Hello, ladies and gentlemen, children of God. Welcome to yet another day that we will continue with our Bible reading challenge. That is what we call BRC. This is 365 days BRC, and this is day 68 if you're watching on TikTok, and if you're watching on YouTube, this is episode 101. And we continue with our journey. Thank you so much for all those who are subscribing. If you have not subscribed, please find it in your heart to subscribe to this channel. If you're on YouTube and if you're on TikTok, if you have not followed me, it's just good to follow. It does not cost you anything. You can just touch the follow button and things will go well and things will be okay. Now, today we'll be reading Numbers 33 and Numbers 34. We just left maybe with only one session and we'll be done with the book of Numbers. So this is our second last session on Numbers. So we are still on the part where Moses is preparing the children of Israel to take over Canaan. We have seen yesterday we saw the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben, and a half of the tribe of Manasseh that decided they will not cross over, or they do not need to cross over, although they say that they will accompany their brethren or their brothers to go and fight for the land that the Lord has promised them. But then they will come back to where they are right now because they have overcome the Amorites of that area, and they have taken over the land, and they have discovered that the land is good for cattle, and they were cattle rearers. They used to keep animals, so they needed green grass, they needed water, and they found that this land that they are in right now is good for what they do. It's good for their occupation. So they ask Moses and say, can we stay here? And Moses tells them, or they have a discussion. Moses was against it at first because he thought they wanted to stay there and not go on with the journey. That would discourage the children of Israel, breaking a part of them. And we see it has happened in the past when some people were sent over and they said, we cannot go into that land, we cannot fight those people, they are so big for us, and so on and so forth. So Moses warns them against that and reminds them that this is why they have been in the wilderness for the last 40 years. But they strike a compromise. They tell Moses, we are not saying that we will not go. We will go and fight with our brethren, but we want to come back here. After everything is said and done, we want to come back to this land and live here instead of going over there or getting inheritance over there. And there is a way that God had said that the land of Canaan should be divided among the tribes of Israel. Now, at least 2.5 tribes are out of the picture, so the pie becomes even bigger. The pie size becomes even bigger. Now today we continue with this journey. Of course, there is a war that has happened in the previous yesterday. Actually, the readings that we did yesterday, a war happened, and God has specifically and expressly told Moses that this is your last assignment. After this, you are going to die. So let's see what happens in Numbers 33 and Numbers 34. Join me as we continue. As always, this may not be a short video. As always, this is not for entertainment. This is for a person out there that would want to read through the Bible cover to cover. We are doing it chronologically. This means we are following events as they happened. We are not doing it canonically, so we are not going through book by book by book by book as they follow each other on the Bible. So it's a very exciting journey, and it also helps you to know how events followed each other. Sometimes when you read the Bible and you are reading all through, you may think that some things happened before others and some things, but when you read chronologically, then you understand how the events followed each other. With that said and done, Numbers chapter number 33 verse 1, the Bible says, these are the journeys of the children of Israel which went forth out of the land of Egypt with their armies under the hand of Moses and Aaron. And Moses wrote their goings out according to their journeys by the commandment of the Lord, and these are their journeys according to their goings out. And they departed from Ramesses in the first month of the 15th, on the 15th day of the first month, and on the morrow after the Passover, the children of Israel went out with an high hand in the sight of all Egyptians, for the Egyptians buried all their firstborns which the Lord had smitten among them. Upon their gods also the Lord executed judgment. And the children of Israel removed from Ramesses and pitched in Succoth, and they departed from Succoth and pitched in Etham, which is in the edge of the wilderness. And they removed from Etham and turned again unto Pihahiroth, which is before Baal-zephon, and they pitched before Migdol, and they departed from before Pihahiroth and passed through the midst of the sea in the wilderness, and went 3 days' journey in the wilderness of Etham and pitched in Mara. And they removed from Mara and came to Elim, and in Elim were 12 fountains of water and 70 palm trees, and they pitched there. And they removed from Elim and encamped by the Red Sea, and they removed from the Red Sea and encamped in the wilderness of Sin. And they took their journey out of the wilderness of Sin and encamped in Dophkah. And they departed from Dophkah and encamped in Alush, and they removed from Alush and entered and encamped in Rephidim, where was no water for the people to drink. And they departed from Rephidim and pitched in the wilderness of Sinai. And they removed from the desert of Sinai and pitched at Kibroth Hatava, and they departed from Kibroth Hatava and encamped at Hazeroth, and they departed from Hazeroth and pitched at Rithma, and they departed from Rithma and pitched in Rimmon Perez, and they departed from Rimmon Perez and pitched in Libnah, and they removed from Libnah and pitched in Rissa, and they journeyed from Rissa and pitched in Kehelatha, and they went from Kehelatha and pitched in Mount Shapher. And they removed from Mount Shapher and encamped in Harada, and they removed from Harada and pitched in Makeloth, and they removed from Makeloth and encamped in Tahath, and they departed from Tahath and pitched in Tara, and they removed from Tara and pitched in Mithka, and they went from Mithka and pitched in Hashmona, and they departed from Hashmona and encamped in Moseroth, and they departed from Moseroth and pitched in Benejakan, and they removed from Benejakan and encamped at Hagidgad, and they went from Hagidgad and pitched in Jotbatha, and they removed from Jotbatha and encamped in Ebronah, and they departed from Ebronah and encamped in Eziongaba, and they departed from Eziongaba and pitched in the wilderness of Zin, which is Kadesh, and they removed from Kadesh and pitched in Mount Hor in the edge of the land of Edom. And Aaron the priest went up into Mount Hor at the commandment of the Lord and died there in the 40th year after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt, in the first day of the 5th month. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died in Mount Hor. And King Arad the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south of the land, in the land of Canaan, heard of the coming of the children of Israel, and they departed from Mount Hor and pitched in Zalmona. And they departed from Zalmona and pitched in Punon. And they departed from Punon and pitched in Oboth. And they departed from Oboth and pitched in Ijeabarim, in the border of Moab. And they departed from Lim. Is this Lim or Eim? I think it's Eim. And they departed from Eim and pitched in Dibogad. So I think Eim is the same as Ijeabarim. So it is called Ijeabarim or Eim because it looks like, the sequence is broken, but I think it's the same name. So they pitched at Dibogad, and they removed from Dibogad and encamped in Almodiblathaim. Wow. Almodiblathaim. And they removed from Almodiblathaim and pitched in the mountain of Abarim before Nebo. And they departed from the mountains of Abarim and pitched in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho. And they pitched by Jordan from Beth Jesimoth even unto Abel Shittim in the plains of Moab. Verse 50 says, And the Lord spake unto Moses in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye are passed over Jericho into the land of Canaan, then ye shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land from before you, and destroy all their pictures, and destroy all their molten images, and quite pluck down all their high places, and ye shall dispose the inhabitants of the land, and ye shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land and dwell therein, for I have given you the land to possess it. And ye shall divide the land by lot for an inheritance among your families, and to the more ye shall give the more inheritance, and to the fewer ye shall give the less inheritance. Every man's inheritance shall be in the place where his lot falleth, according to the tribes of your fathers ye shall inherit. Verse 55 says, But if ye will not drive out the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall come to pass that those which ye let remain of them shall be pricks in your eyes and thorns in your sides, and shall vex you in the land wherein you dwell. Verse 56, which is the last verse of Numbers 33, says, Moreover, it shall come to pass that I shall do unto you as I thought to do unto them. That's a warning. That's a warning shot from the Lord. He tells them that when you go there, you must remove all of them, but the ones that you let remain, these shall be a thorn in your flesh. Do you remember that sermon by Apostle Paul saying that I have a thorn in my flesh? This is the basis of it, So God commands them to remove all of them, all the inhabitants of Canaan, so that now they will be free to occupy. Numbers 34 and verse 1, the Bible says, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land of Canaan, this is the land that shall fall unto you from an inheritance, for an inheritance, even the land of Canaan with the coast thereof. Then your south quarter shall be from the wilderness of Zin along by the coast of Edom, and your south border shall be the outmost coast of the salt east of the salt sea eastward, and your border shall turn from the south to the ascent of Akrabim, and pass on to Zin, and the going forth thereof shall be from the south to Kadesh Barnea, and shall go on to Hazarada, and pass on to Azmon, and the border shall fetch a compass from Azmon unto the river of Egypt, and the goings out of it shall be at the sea. And as for the western border, ye shall even have the great sea for a border. This shall be your west border, and this shall be your north border. From the great sea ye shall point out for you Mount Hor. From Mount Hor ye shall point out your border unto the entrance of Hamath, and the goings forth of the border shall be to Zedad, and the border shall go on to Ziphron, and the goings out of it shall be at Hazarenan. This shall be your north border, and ye shall point out your east border from Hazarenan to Shepham, and the coast shall go down to Shepham to Riblah, onto the east of Ain, and the border shall descend and shall reach unto the side of the sea of Chinnereth eastward, and the border shall go down to Jordan, and the goings out of it shall be at the salt sea. This shall be your land with the coasts thereof round about. So God has now demarcated the land which He's given to the children of Israel, and as you can see, the same as we have seen Moses mapping out how they moved, and some of the names of the places they stepped in as they came are mentioned here within their borders. This also goes to confirm what God told Abraham, that wherever your feet shall trend, I will give it to you for a possession. Verse 13, the Bible says, and Moses commanded the children of Israel, saying, this is the land which ye shall inherit by lot, which the Lord commanded to give unto the 9 tribes. Now, remember 9 tribes. Why 9 tribes? Because we have 2 that have already been left on the other side of Jordan. And then we have the Levites, who are not inheriting anything, okay? They are supposed to serve God, and from serving God, that is their inheritance, and to have and to the half tribe. Now, remember, the 2 tribes, we have 12 tribes. Even without the Levites, we have 12 tribes. So, but the tribe of Manasseh is divided into 2 parts. One part was left over the river Jordan, and the other part. So now, the land will be divided among 9 tribes and a half. Okay? Now you understand. So verse 14 says, and the tribe of the children of Reuben according to the house of their fathers, and the tribe of the children of Gad according to the house of their fathers have received their inheritance, and half the tribe of Manasseh have received their inheritance. This is an explanation of just what I've said. The 2 tribes and a half have received their inheritance on this side of Jordan, near Jericho, eastward toward the sun rising. Verse 16 says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, these are the names of the men which shall divide the land unto you, Eleazar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun. And ye shall take 1 prince of every tribe, and divide the land by inheritance. And the names of the men are these: of the tribe of Judah, Caleb the son of Jephunneh. Of the tribe of, remember, Caleb will not die. He is one of the people that came from Egypt, and he will survive and get into Canaan. Okay. Verse 20 says, and of the tribe of the children of Simeon, Shemuel the son of Amihud. Of the tribe of Benjamin, Elidad the son of Chislon. And the prince of the tribe of the children of Dan, Buki the son of Jogli. The prince of the tribe of Joseph. For the tribe of the children of Manasseh, Haniel the son of Ephod. And the prince of the tribe of the children of Ephraim, Kemuel the son of Shiftan. And the prince of the tribe of the children of Zebulun, Elizaphan the son of Panach, I think, Panach. Verse 26, and the prince of the tribe of the children of Issachar, Paltiel the son of Azan. Verse 27, and the prince of the tribe of the children of Asher, Ahihud the son of Shelomi. And the prince of the tribe of the children of Naphtali, Pedahel, the son of Amihud. Verse 29, which is our last verse for today, and the last verse of Numbers 34 says, "These are they whom the Lord commanded to divide the inheritance unto the children of Israel in the land of Canaan." This is a new record that we have done. We have read within 20 minutes, and I don't want to go beyond 20 minutes. So I will finish it at that by saying that until you hear again from me tomorrow, may God bless you, may God keep you, may God lift you higher than I am. Again, as always, shalom, and keep the faith.